massive wave of red just swept through the crypto markets, and Bitcoin has once again fallen below a level many investors swore would hold forever. Billions of dollars liquidated, panic spreading across social media, and one question rising above the chaos. Is this the beginning of the next major rebound, or the start of a deeper collapse? Today, we're going to break down exactly what triggered the drop, what the data reveals about Bitcoin's next possible move, and why this moment could become one of the most defining points for crypto investors in years. Just a week ago, Bitcoin was testing a critical support level, a price that had acted like a fortress for months. Analysts expected a bounce, traders were confident, and social media was filled with the same four words: buy to dip again. But then something changed. A sudden sell-off hit the market. Thousands of leveraged positions were liquidated in minutes. Bitcoin sliced through support like it wasn't even there. Exchanges showed flash crashes. Fear replaced confidence. It wasn't just Bitcoin. Ethereum dropped. Altcoins collapsed even harder. The entire market shed billions in hours. But the strangest part? There wasn't one single obvious reason. No major attack. No catastrophic news. No government announcement. Instead, it looked like something far more unsettling, a shift in sentiment. In crypto, more than almost any other market, price is driven by belief. When investors feel unstoppable, the market floats higher on optimism. But when fear takes over, confidence becomes a domino. One trader sells, then another, and before long algorithms, liquidations, and panic take control. Financial analysts sometimes call this the sentiment tipping point, the moment when emotions overpower logic. And based on on-chain data, we may have hit one. Long-term holders have started moving coins to exchanges, something they rarely do unless they're preparing to sell. Short-term traders are panic closing positions. Whale wallets, those massive Bitcoin holders, have gone quiet. This silence from the biggest players could mean two very different things. Either they're preparing to accumulate at lower levels, or they're preparing to let the market fall even further before stepping in. Which leads us to the biggest question: where does Bitcoin go next? Let's start with the possibility that this is the dip before a major rebound. Because despite the fear, there are bullish signals hiding under the surface. First, Bitcoin has fallen into a historic accumulation zone, one that has triggered rebounds many times in the past. In previous cycles, every major correction before a new surge followed this same pattern: a harsh drop, a period of disbelief, then a breakout that left early sellers behind. Secondly, institutional interest hasn't vanished. Investment funds continue filing Bitcoin-related products. Major companies still hold BTC in reserve. And despite volatility, the crypto adoption curve continues to rise globally. Finally, the Bitcoin halving effect is still intact. Supply is shrinking. Scarcity increases. And historically, the year after a halving has delivered some of Bitcoin's strongest performance. So is this dip a setup for another explosive move? Possibly. But the bear case is just as compelling and far more unnerving. If Bitcoin fails to reclaim support quickly, technical charts show something worrying. There's not much solid support below current levels. And that means the price could drop faster than most expect, but not because Bitcoin has lost fundamental value. Rather, because fear can accelerate declines faster than fundamentals can correct them. On-chain data is flashing warning signs too. Miner revenue is falling, and struggling miners often sell Bitcoin to survive. Retail traders are heavily over-leveraged. Funding rates have flipped negative. In other words, a continued move down could force even more selling. If that happens, Bitcoin could retest previous cycle lows, or even form new ones before the market recovers. And the eerie part is, many analysts say both scenarios, a rebound and a deeper collapse, remain equally possible. So how do investors navigate a moment like this? Let's zoom out. In 2013, 2017, and 2021, Bitcoin experienced drops so severe that headlines declared the end of crypto every single time. Some called it a bubble. Some called it a scam. Some said adoption was finished. But every time, something incredible happened. The market recovered and reached new highs. Not because Bitcoin is invincible, but because technological revolutions rarely move in straight lines. The internet didn't. Electric vehicles didn't. Artificial intelligence didn't. Instead, they surged, crashed, and surged again, each cycle leaving behind a stronger industry. Crypto might be going through that same uncomfortable but necessary evolution. So here we are. Bitcoin has plunged below a crucial level. Panic has returned to the charts. And no one, no expert, no trader, no analyst, can say with certainty whether the next major move will be a powerful rebound or a deeper retest of long-term lows. But maybe the real question isn't, where will Bitcoin go tomorrow? Maybe the more important question is, what do you believe about Bitcoin's future? Because markets are driven by decisions. Decisions are driven by emotion. And emotion is shaped by belief. Some will panic and sell. Others will see opportunity. History will remember which one was right. In the end, Bitcoin doesn't need everyone to believe in it, only enough.